Hi everybody, a very good evening. I'm Jashin Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of Amdecor Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions, where we have lamps, mirrors, consoles, we have center tables, we have wardrobes, we have sofas, we have dining tables, chairs and stuff, and a lot of other interesting items in semi-precious stone items and luxury and stuff. And I'm back to one of my favorite places, which is in DLF Mall, which is the largest mall of the country. So I'm here and it's a Monday, so I'm doing some amazing work, research and whatever follows with meetings and catching up with my friends and acquaintances and all that. And I'd like to share my thoughts on this concept called Shinkansen sessions. So the term may be a little alien to a lot of people, but in Japanese Buddhism, they have a concept called Shinkansen sessions. So we see a lot of people in the world of corporate, in the world of branding, advertising, media and stuff. Sometimes they become burnouts, or they are creatively not feeling that great. So they take these, long retreats. They'll either go to the hill stations, or they'll go to a meditation place, or they'll probably, join a meditation practice or whatever for a number of days and stuff. And they come back and then they kind of, restart their work and stuff. But then over a few months or over a few years or whatever, they're again back in that same space of not being inspired and stuff like that. So how do regular people do that? So they are creative people or thinkers like me who are also on the job most of the time and stuff. So like everybody else, we also get affected by the weather, by the rain, any relationship issues or concerns or stuff like that. If it's a long city travel and stuff, you do get tired. And if it's too hot, you do not feel like working and stuff. If it's too cold, you don't feel like working and stuff. If you've had too much of the same stuff happening, or if you're in a negative environment where people are consistently fighting for attention and they're not treating you well, energy is low. Say for example, I went to a bar the other day, and the moment I entered, I started getting a real bad feeling about it. And the moment I was out in the open area in the sunshine and stuff, I started feeling better, so your body will give you those cues where you're not enjoying the place. And there's nothing, you don't have to panic about it. It's just that people are sensitive to energies and stuff, and as they are conscious about vibrations and vibes and stuff, so this concept is called Shinkansen sessions. And it's basically about how do you for many hours stay inspired or get back on track and burst these myths around blues or uninspired living or struggles and sad life and boring life and the same Monday routine, and it's not that great a life and stuff. So how do you do that? So they've basically shared a concept here which is about taking a qualitative leap forward. And how do you do that? So in my opinion, they also teach you this, that you have to kind of fix time in the morning and evening, or during the day when you're kind of meditating and you're praying and stuff, and that kind of aligns your energy. And this is exactly what they say, that organize a Shinkansen session where you're committing yourself to deciding meditation or mindfulness, starting point to the finish points. And it's very important to kind of ban cell phones and other means of communication, especially starting from the time you start aligning yourself to not be participating in any technology to the finish time. And they say that the best time to kind of have a Shinkansen session is it's basically before dinner or an event which is bringing people together, because that creates a positive environment around people and stuff. It's also important to carry out a session alone in a new place which can be separated from distractions. So some people choose to go to a country house, some people go to farmhouses, some people are on their rooftops, some people go into a basement, some people are in their bedrooms. And some people would even check into an ashram or something like that to do their meditation. So it's really very easy, you know, for thinkers and creative people. What's important is that you kind of find that space within, you know. So let's say if I'm not able to go to a farmhouse, if I'm not able to kind of book into a hotel, or if I'm not able to go on a holiday and stuff, how do I kind of recharge myself and kind of get back, you know? So you do that by basically kind of switching off from technology, not following too much of unnecessary nonsense on social media or on TV and stuff, because you'll be actually inviting somebody else's chaos or mess into your brain. You get addicted to it, your own creativity kind of goes down, and you're not able to kind of think fresh or rejuvenate and stuff, you know. So to kind of be inspired and motivated, you have to kind of sidetrack the internet. You have to kind of switch off, watch your thoughts. Say for example, yesterday when I was in the golf club, I mean, I came back home and I just shut off from technology, and I just allowed my thoughts to kind of pass through and stuff. So it's not like I was trying to get into a retreat or whatever. It's just that I was trying to consciously switch off from technology and not participate anywhere and anywhere, because I know that, you know, if I do that, I'm going to get into somebody else's drama, sucked into somebody else's story or feed or whatever. And this is what they teach you, that detach from technology, detach from stuff that you've been doing. And your brain is like, you know, your brain can be kind of trained, your brain can be kind of rebooted. You know, your brain is a very interesting piece, so look after itself. Dump garbage. Garbage is unnecessary, unhealthy, because if you feed yourself on that, that's what you're going to attract, you know. So it's a wake-up call, and they're also telling you that you know, that we teach you kind of these sessions also on Skype and on Hangout, but we also tell you to kind of share your computer screen and see each other's faces. And once you do that, you will know that there are so many other people around the world just like you are looking for solutions and stuff like that, you know. So in my opinion, or in my thinking, you don't have to go very far off. You could probably just take a walk, you could probably just read a book, you could probably just sleep, you could just listen to your favorite music, you could probably watch a nice movie, you could probably just meditate and chant. And probably spending some time in nature is also kind of going to rejuvenate you and reboot you. You don't have to go to an expensive hotel, you don't have to be in some expensive restaurant. You can do the same thing wherever you are. Get some aroma oils, get some candles, you know, and tune into the good and the positive energy, and remember to send positivity to the world, because what you send out comes back to you, you know. So it's a very interesting session. And even in design or architecture or the world of branding, marketing and stuff, you know, people end up finding more solutions because they spend time on mindfulness and they spend time on prayers and stuff like that. And when you do that, you're kind of able to divert your mind from negative to super positive and stuff, you know. So hope these tips help. And it's also kind of a way to break away from the comfort zones of how you've been thinking and how you've grown up and stuff. So if you want to really nurture your passions and you really want to enjoy yourself and stuff, try and kind of get into a flexibility mode. There are times when even I get stubborn about a few things, but then when you have to do something, you have to do something. So if you come across as stubborn, you can't do anything about it. But the point is that breaking away from the usual experiences and the usual way of thinking and following people and stuff can only be broken away from when you try and plug into something new, something more meaningful, something more useful, something more joyful, something more light, and something less complicated, you know, where there are less messes and stuff, and there's more enjoyment and stuff like that. Okay, so get yourself this book. It's also got some crash courses on creativity and stuff, so it really helps. And like I said, human brain and your own personality is a marvel, you know, marvel of design. So look after it and take care of it. And you've got another week ahead of you. So stay rejuvenated, stay hydrated, enjoy yourself. Take out time for mindfulness and meditation. Write down what you're thinking and feeling, and do talk to your friends and family and other people, because when you're sharing, you're actually also doing yourself a great thing of you know, kind of reviving more friendships and relationships and stuff. Okay, so take care, love and love. Bye bye.